Hello everyone, Pine Coast Rail again, and here is my review of the Broadway Limited Imports model of Milwaukee Road 261. Okay, first things first, this was the first steam engine I ever saw running in real life, sometime in either late 2001 or early 2002. It was in Sandstone, Minnesota, when it came just barreling through town one day on an excursion. And I frankly think it's one of the most underrated excursion steamers ever. With that said, as much as I love this model, I have a fair bit of criticism. One, well, this is less on BLI, but this isn't even a criticism, just an observation. This is the only ready to run HO model of this engine that I'm aware of. I could not find anything else. The only other option would be brass, which means painting, gutting it, all that. The next thing is, for value, it's a little overpriced. Before tax, this was about $600. After tax, it was just about $700. And yet, it has Broadway Limited's baloney decoders. I had this thing for barely 2 months before its stock decoder shit the bed. So I had to get it fitted with an ESU one. Now it runs perfectly, but for that price, I would expect something that's gonna last. Okay, Broadway Limited, please just figure something out, okay? This is not acceptable. But back to the positives. This is a well-detailed model that's got a lot of heft to it, and this thing will pull a lot. Like, I've coupled almost every freight car my club has to it, and it just eases it over the grade in either direction without it breaking a sweat. So that's the rundown. Let's see it in action. Alright, and here we are on the test track. Got the engine and its caboose and the mythos of my fictional line. This engine's name is Vincent, and his caboose is named Bernard. One thing to note, the only curves I happen to have on hand now are Cato's 21.5 inch, and this engine makes them, but just barely, you know. If you're gonna run any sort of 484, you're gonna want 24-inch curves, which I'm gonna try and get some as soon as I can. Now, just keep in mind the sounds I'm showing off are the ESU ones, not the stock BLI ones. So let's turn on the sound. Just the general ambience whistle. Bell. Not very loud. Headlight, and let's see it in action. Oops, forgot that. Now you can hear the settings are a little wonky. I'll see if I can get around to adjusting that, but there's the bell. And overall a good engine. Like most BLI engines, it has the decoder issue. And of course the unpainted pilot wheels, which I'll get around to doing. Same with the driver centers. But I'm just gonna say this: it's a good engine, but for the price, there are some improvements that could be made. And I'm hoping another company makes a model of 261 at some point, just for comparison, and possibly also to improve on some of BLI's issues. Like, honestly, any company could do it. Well, anyone except Lionel. Don't let Lionel make an HO model of this, for God's sakes. They would absolutely ruin it. But in short, yep, a good but flawed engine, and I'm glad to have it on my rails. Pine Coast Rail, signing out.